Get comfortable here. Take my shoes off. Okay, now I'm ready. You may not know me yet, but soon you will. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that I have been learning since I've turned 25. I feel like it's about to go on 2 years. Okay, my birthday is at the end of this month, and I'm not gonna bore you guys with 25 things that I learned, but I am gonna tell you guys some of the things that I think that is so important as a woman. I say this all the time, women go through so much, and I feel like we're having identity crisis, you know, whether that's, you know, we're having kids and we're mourning the old version of ourselves, or, you know, we're getting out of college and we have to become this real adult now. It's like so many different things that happen. There's a lot of transitional periods for people. I wish someone would have told me these things before I hit my 20s. I just didn't know. I truly didn't know. My first point that I have here, okay, I got a little list here. Something that I wish someone would have told me is how to set boundaries. Learning how to set boundaries is so important. I remember vividly of people running me over, like literally taking their car, putting the car in drive, running me over forward, putting it in reverse and running me over again, putting it in drive, doing it again, reverse, again, maybe go down the street, you know, do a U-turn and then run me over again. For me, at least when I was in college, I was just living life, okay? Not really thinking about how people treated me, which I really should have. Learning how to set boundaries for yourself is not a weakness, okay? You honestly learn who your friends are once you set your boundaries, because you're going to start arguing with people because they're not used to you saying no. They're not used to you putting your foot down, standing on business, and just being that girl, okay? Because the more you stand on business, the more you set boundaries, the more empowered you feel. Like, I remember there was a point in time where I just started arguing with everybody because they were so used to me being a people pleaser. Like, the people pleaser Sierra was the worst version of myself. That's when I had the most friends. That's when people wanted to be around me the most. I was out here being loose and, you know, geeked up and doing everything or whatever, you know. I feel like ever since I put my foot down, I've lost every friend, pretty much. I've argued with people because you're not going to speak to me that way. You're not going to treat me this way. I don't feel comfortable with that. And if you don't want to be friends with me, that's fine, you know, and you are going to have to be prepared to lose friends, lose family members possibly, because you're doing what's best for you. And I just heard someone say on the internet, like, doing what's best for you hurts the most. It's going to hurt, obviously, because you may lose someone along the road. But if it costs you your friendships, are they really your friends? Are they really your friends, sister? I don't think they are. Learn how to set boundaries. Tell people no, okay? Because they telling you no. That's how I look at it. My mom always told me this, like, my mind just went blank. Tell people what you want because they'll tell you what they want. I found that so profound in my adult life. I'm gonna open up my mouth. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and what it's not. And yeah, we need to be doing this, ladies, gentlemen, if you're watching this. I think this goes for both genders. Tell people what you want, what's acceptable and what's not, and move on, okay? Something else that I also learned in my 20s is that you and your friends that you had in high school, college, you guys are gonna grow apart, okay? It's going to happen, especially when you get into the real world, okay? When I was in college, I had the time of my life. I was living, I was doing everything, and I had all the friends in the world. Like, you couldn't tell me anything about my college life. You couldn't. But I noticed as I that was rude. I noticed as I started to get older and I started to, like, just grow as a human and go through real life things, my beliefs, what I found to be, I don't know, just who I am as a person, my character, whatever, I started to grow away from people. And it's not a bad thing at all. I just feel like you and your friends probably are either growing at different paces or you guys are growing in opposite directions. If you guys are growing in opposite directions, I don't know if you guys will ever be friends again. But if you guys are just at two different paces, someone's, you know, a little bit more mature, you guys are in different seasons, I think you guys can definitely get on the same path one day. I've cut off so many friends because I just feel like morally we don't align anymore. And that's so, I want everybody to understand, it is so okay to lose friends, okay? It is going to happen. That's just life. You guys might, you know, make amends one day, but it's okay. You're gonna lose friends, and it's just something I wish someone would have told me, because I did take it super personal when things started happening with my friends and I. It's all a part of this life experiences. Losing new friends, making room for new friends. It sucks, but you know, it's a thing. It's a thing, and I wish someone would have told me. Next, get you a routine. I am such a procrastinator. I don't even know why I don't have a routine, knowing it's because I'm a procrastinator, but I need a routine. And I have been starting this new thing. I've seen this girl, her name's Julia. I'm gonna give her flowers, okay? I think she's like a social media manager. I'm gonna put her Instagram in this video. I don't even know if I can do that, but I'm gonna put her somewhere in here, okay? She's amazing, and she came up with this routine of how, like, you can feel like you're doing too much in a day, but if you put your day in like 4 quarters, you get so much more done. So that's what I do. Obviously, the sooner you wake up in the day, the more you'll get stuff done. But the way she broke it down, it was like, you start off doing this in this quarter, start off doing that in that quarter, and with this and with that. And I have been getting so much done. Like, I think I'm in quarter 3 right now, okay? Quarter 4 starts at 6. If you're someone like me who doesn't have kids, you kind of just do whatever. Like, I don't know if you do whatever, but I do whatever because I don't have kids. I don't have a dog. I don't have anything to kind of keep me on a routine. So yeah, get a routine. Get as much as you can done. Like, we can sleep when we're dead, people, okay? Let's get up. Let's get active. Let's do what we want to do. Let's achieve our goals. That's just what I'm all about right now, achieving my goals. I wish someone would have told me that earlier. Like, obviously, like, my coaches always told me, like, you need a routine, you need a routine, you need a routine. I'm not honestly taking what they said serious. I'm just not, because y'all already got us doing so much in a day. But now that I'm an adult and I have bills and I have a job and I have to, like, be on a schedule in some way, that's another thing. Working from home, I don't know, you can kind of do what you want to do in a sense, but because of the job that I have, I need a routine, okay? Just to keep me disciplined. When I was in college, okay, another thing that I learned. I had a coach that told me right before I left school for good, the school year was over, our season was over, so it's time for us to go home. I'll never forget, on my ride home, my coach texted me and told me, she was like, Sierra, you are an amazing person. Sierra, grow but never change. And that has stuck with me. And what she meant by that is, I am the same Sierra, okay? I feel like as time goes on, I'm always gonna be childish. I'm always gonna be, you know, goofy. I'm always gonna be me, okay? You meet me and you see this energy and I'm just, that's always gonna be me. That part about me will never change. But what has grown, hence what I've talked about before, growing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I think that was just so, shucks, kids. I'm gonna tell you guys how I've grown, but I haven't changed. So I've always wanted to do content. Never had the confidence to do it. Never thought in a million years we'd be on YouTube, talking to you guys, saying the things that I'm saying. The trajectory of my life has changed because I have decided to grow and expand my way of thinking when it comes to confidence. Like, I don't care what y'all have to say about me. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna pick up the camera, and I'm just gonna film, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm going to allow the world to pick apart my creativity. That is an insane type of confidence you have to have. That's why kudos to every content creator that picks up a camera, put their work out there, their hard work, their creativity on the internet for people to pick apart. Back to my point, grow, but never change who you are. You know, stay true to yourself. Things are gonna happen. Cool. Also, another part to that is just changing your mindset. Like, that could be very, very hard. I think a lot of people get caught up in, especially, like, I want to say millennials and the baby boomers, they're like very traditional. And to get them to change their minds about stuff, it's kind of hard. I feel like Gen Z, Gen X, and some millennials, you know, it's a little easier for us to be open-minded because we have social media, TikTok is such a huge platform right now where it's so many opinions and mindsets and, you know, just everything is on that app, right? So we're listening to all these different opinions every single day. So it's a little easier for us to be open-minded about, you know, life and just all these different experiences. But I challenge everyone to literally just have an open mind, have an open mind mindset. I want to say between every month to every 6 months, you should be growing. You should be evolving. Something should be changing in your life. You should be on another wavelength come the next 6 months. Something that I wish I would have learned earlier on in life is to pick my battles. Learn how to pick your battles. I'm learning a lot about therapy. I'm not in therapy right now. I'm planning on getting back into it, but I'm learning, or maybe I'm wrong. This is just a theory that I have. If you were brought up in a home or just in a village community where you weren't really allowed to vocalize how you feel or just have an opinion about anything, I feel like you always have a point to prove. Like now that you're older, now you want to prove your point. You have to be right about everything. You have to always stick your nose in something. I have this really, really bad. I have it so bad where I have to be right. It's not necessarily that I have to be right. It's more so I have to get my point across. It's a little bit of that, and it's a little bit of ego. And I'm trying to shrink my ego so much to the fact where I could just be like, okay, and what about it? I'm trying to get a little, okay? I'm trying to shrink it down. And that's how I feel now. I feel like I have to have a voice. I have to speak my mind. I have to tell you how I feel. And sometimes it's not always necessarily needed. Back to my points, pick your battles wisely, okay? Not everything needs to be said out loud. You can literally get your point across by not saying anything. The most golden thing a woman can do is be silent. Truthfully, what people say and what people do, it doesn't really matter. I promise you, you're not gonna think about it the next 5 years. And if you do, no, it must have hurt then, I guess. On to the next topic. I wish I knew this earlier because it really would have helped me so much when I got out of college, okay? You're probably gonna face an identity crisis. It's gonna happen at some point in your life. You're going to mourn an old version of you that is no longer alive. And it's going to hurt so bad. You're probably gonna move across the country. I did. You probably are gonna get out of college and not gonna live as much of a frat party life. You know, you have to pay attention to bills. You're gonna become a mom. You're gonna become a dad. You might get a dog. You're gonna get married. And you're going to start mourning the old life that you had. I need everybody to hear me very closely. It is okay to be sad about it, okay? It's okay to be sad about the old life that you're mourning and also simultaneously being grateful about the new life that you have. It is a very torn feeling that you have. When I had my little moment of mourning my college life and going into my adult life, it was the most craziest feeling. I literally thought someone had died because I was just like so lost and confused about everything. But I wish I would have known that earlier because it just would have prepared me for it. But I mean, everything happens how it's supposed to happen. Just try to be as present as possible. Be as grateful as possible. Get closer to something. I don't know what you believe in. I believe in God. Get closer to God. That really did help me. Lean on the people around you. My mom was so helpful during this time. My mom is just such a great lecturer, and she was just not having it. Like, girl, you're okay. This is what life is about. Figure out how to go through it and move on. Don't isolate yourself. That's what I did. I isolated myself. I used to cry. On my 25th birthday, I want to say, I was in the house crying down bad. Maybe it was my 24th birthday, but I was crying on my birthday. I was just like, I don't have any friends. I felt like no one told me happy birthday. Everyone was just like non-existent to me. It was the craziest feeling ever. I will never forget that birthday. I took myself out to eat. Like, I just didn't know how to operate in the world without my teammates and people around me. So it's okay. And you're gonna be okay. And you're gonna get through it, okay? And if you need help, call me. Listen, this is very important. I feel like as you get older, relationships that are more romantic play a huge part in our lives. The person that you are laying next to plays a huge part in your everyday life. I'm not even gonna get on here and act like it doesn't matter because it matters, okay? But what doesn't matter, okay, is men. Let me tell you something, girl. You are a baddie. You are that girl. And I need you to act as such, okay? I don't know what's causing you know, for you to slip away a little bit, but you are a baddie, okay? And I need you to get it together. I wish someone would have told me that like men come and go. I'm at the point now in life where like I'm not really interested in dating. I don't really care to talk to men. It's not my thing right now. At the end of the day, I say this in every video about a man. They are the easiest thing to get on this planet. I think when you start seriously dating, yes, take the time to really understand who you're dealing with and what's going on there. But oh my gosh, if you are in your 20s, you are like me. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if you don't have kids. I don't care if you got a dog, a fish, a rabbit. Go after your dreams. Chase after the life that you want. Okay, we only get one life to live. Do what you gotta do, babe. The sky is the limit. Turn your dreams into reality. Every day you should be trying to fit in a specific amount of time that goes towards your future self. You know? I'm very much into that right now. I'm very ambitious. I'm very like head over heels about my career right now, you know, but also I will say don't lose sight of the people around you because I know that can get a little consuming as well. But yeah, be a baddie. Do you, girl. Be single. Do what you gotta do. I wish people told me that like dating is only as serious as you make it. Literally. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm telling you, babe, we're not getting any younger, okay? Chase after that dream. Chase after them goals. And that's what we gonna do. This is a message. Choose your friends wisely. I think this is actually just as serious as choosing your partner. Like the people that you have around you on a day-to-day basis is so important. This is why I think a lot of people lose friends because morals change. It doesn't have to be similar goals, but I need women around me that are chasing goals. Like, cause that's what I want to do. I need to be where the bosses is at. Because that's what I want to be. I pray to God every day for more and more friends that are thriving and are literally just trying to be a better them. And that doesn't even mean financially. That could mean spiritually. That could be emotionally. That could be mentally. There's so many different people out here that can add value to your life in different ways. So who you hang around matters, okay? A bird of a feather does flock together. And my mom and dad used to always tell me, Sierra, why do you want to run with people that are not going to the same place that you're going? And I had no answer for them because I just wanted to have fun at the time. Now, if they were to ask me again, Sierra, why do you want to run with people who are going to the same place as you? I'm old enough to tell them, I'm just trying to be a better me, you know, because when Judgment Day get here, I need God to be like, oh my gosh, she did her thing. And I'm going to be like, thank you, God. Let me in. I wish someone would have told me earlier, which my parents, they did tell me this. They always tell me this. My mom specifically tells me all the time, like, Sierra, you are so much further than you think. So the tip is you are right where you need to be. You may feel behind in life, but you are right where you need to be. And that right there, okay, it just makes you stop. Makes you stop thinking so futuristically and stop being so anxious about your future self. It sucks because as much as we love social media, we love TikTok, we love YouTube, we love talking to people, we are so infatuated with other people's lives and how they're living, not knowing what's really going on behind cameras. And it's so easy to get caught up in just getting caught up in people's lives, you know? But let me tell you something, comparison is a thief of joy. The moment you start comparing yourself to other people because they're ahead of the race, or it may look like they're ahead of the race, that's where you lose yourself, okay? You get discouraged, you start doubting yourself. I am literally so guilty of this. I look at other people's lives and I'm like, wow, like, let me tell you something. It is normal to have a 9-to-5. It is normal to have a house, a white picket fence, dogs, cats, kids, whatever. It is normal to do that. It is normal to be single and be at home. What's not normal in this generation, kids are 20 with Lamborghinis. What? That is so not normal. Like, kids making millions of dollars on an OnlyFans. Like, things that are happening in society right now, it's not normal. You are right where you need to be. Okay, do not get caught up in this stuff. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, you will be down bad and you will be sad and you will stop doing what you need to do in the moment that will actually stop you, okay, from getting to your goals, because you're so infatuated with someone else's life and you don't even know what these people are going through. And I feel like any season, any storm that you go through, God wants you right there. He's molding you to be something and it's gonna suck, okay? Like every trial and test that God puts us through, it sucks. It sucks, but it's actually molding you, it's building character, and it's going to be better for you, more beneficial for you in the future. So I don't need to preach or nothing, but I know a little something somewhere too. Go to therapy. I hate a person who be like,
I'm not going to therapy.
I don't think there's not a person on this planet that's fully healed. Healing is an ongoing roller coaster. Okay, some days you're good, some days you're not, and it's not your partner's job to raise you. It's just not. It's not your friend's jobs to raise you. You need to take some accountability and go heal those traumas, because at some point in your life, the traumas that you went through and, you know, being a product of your environment, it only lasts for so long. Once you become an adult, it's a choice. You're choosing to be this way. You're choosing to not go talk to someone because you want to be stubborn, you want to be stuck in your ways. It was a traditional thing, you know. No, we don't do therapy over here. We don't do therapy. And, you know, depression is not real. It very much is, okay? Go get therapy and go talk to somebody and release them demons, because it's not no one else's job to take care of you for real. I'm not your mom. Call that 1-800 number and get somebody on the phone. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Oh my gosh, I'm done building people up just so they can tear me down. Like, it just doesn't even make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, go get therapy, go talk to somebody, learn how to communicate. I just feel like we're getting so grown. How don't we know how to communicate? Once again, you're choosing not to learn how to communicate. It just falls on you. If you're just now getting in your 20s, I highly recommend that you go get a therapist. Like, it literally will help you so much in the future, in your relationships, in your friendships, with your family, any relationship that you come across. It's going to help you. Go get a therapist. Also, another tip, I wish I would have not learned. This is a tip that I just wish I would have kept with me in my life, and that was to get closer to God. Go to therapy and get closer to God. It is crazy how soft my heart has become since I started going to church, getting closer to God, worshiping God. I don't feel angry anymore. You know, I feel filled with life. I just feel like I have a lot of substance to me now. And whatever you believe in, okay, because maybe it's not God, get closer to that. Allow it to guide your life. Since I've been walking with God, I kid you not, it has been crazy. If you guys have noticed, I've not said one cuss word this entire video. That man did it for me. I'm not gonna say I'm not a cusser at all, but I don't cuss as much, okay? And I'll talk more about that in another video, whatever, but I just feel like I'm getting a lot softer. I'm becoming a little bit more feminine. I don't really necessarily have to be masculine. And it's all because I just decided to get closer to God. If you didn't know, okay, I was raised in a Christian home. My mom has always instilled God and Jesus into my sisters and my life. I just so happened to be the rebel child growing up, and because we were in church so much, when I was in college, I don't think I went to church for like 6 years. Probably 6, 7, 8 years, I stopped going to church. And my mom told me when I was going through that identity crisis I was telling you guys about, she told me, she was like, when you get out of college and you start going through real life things and you gotta sit at home with yourself, and you gotta look at yourself in the mirror in them 4 walls, the only person that can help you is God. Like, I can't help you. Your sister can't help you. She was like, I can talk to you as much as I can, but it's something within. That's a spirit, you know? So, and I truly believe that God brought me to Tampa because I've been going to church, and I've really found a really good church out here that I feel like I just connect with the pastors in the community just on another level. The way that they minister out to the community, different breed. Yeah, get closer to God and like let it soften your heart and soften your spirit a little bit, you know? So that was all of my tips. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys can take something away as you are getting older, getting in your 20s. Your 20s are meant to break you down, okay, so they can build you up for your 30s, okay? Your 20s are not meant to be fun. It's just not, okay? Like, your 20s are hard. Your 20s are hard. You're figuring out life. You're losing friends. People are changing on you. You're changing on people. You know what I'm saying? You're figuring out what you like and what you don't like. It is a hard time to be in your 20s, okay? Let's not forget the economy. It's just making it worse. Life be life and you got these bills. Everything just costs so much. Like, it's hard. Life is hard, you know? And your 20s will humble you, okay? They're here to humble you. And they're here to humble you well, okay? They're here to shrink that ego of yours. I will say, on the other half of your 20s, you're in 26, 20, it starts to get a little better, okay? Hopefully the 30s become amazing, your 40s even better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys took something away, okay? Tell me what you guys are learning in your 20s. What is happening in your 20s that is so crazy? What's helping you get through it, okay? Let's help each other in the comments. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
You know, be clear for your memory. But then now we are on